Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are doing Coastal World, a map that actually is by Mapper. Yesterday we said Balanced World was Mapper. It's actually Debray. I do apologize. It's just, I guess my brain fucking died. But I think we've actually done this a few times now. I think we're just so used to playing Mapper maps. Debray, you need more maps. But we are probably, sun's in the north. I'm gonna say New Zealand. Although the white divider line, I think, does take away from the fact that this might be New Zealand. Especially since the sun's on the right. So the sun to the north, with right-hand side with all white lines. Left-hand side of the road. So that sign's actually just on the wrong side. So then it's, yeah, no, this is going to be probably New Zealand. Our only other option is Australia. It's one of the two. And trust me, we're probably going to flip a coin and get it wrong, and our flipping the coin is New Zealand. Do we just make the preemptive move right now? I did see when we started that there was water to our east, and here's more kind of to our north. If we are going to be in Australia, I think that's part of it. The only reason I do also want to go with Australia is the white lines, because we've seen a lot of yellow in New Zealand, and while these are dotted, I think we'd still be able to see yellow. So I think that just gives us even more reason to kind of guess where we are. Now, we are going to look for street signs. Hopefully we're going to find, I don't know, green or whatever the sights to distance for cities are. And hopefully we do end up getting a good score in Australia. Now, Australia is rather large. It's about the size of the continental United States. I think it's like 75% or 80%. Somewhere along those lines. So it's a pretty big place, so we can obviously screw up a lot. Especially if we go with the eastern coast, which is kind of where we're going. It ends up being west. Hopefully that's not what happens. But there's not much we can do about it. We just have to pray for fucking luck. Now, the Diverse World Pro League is going up today at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 2 hours after this video. So we're going to have plenty of Geoguessr today. We also will have the May League, which will be up again tomorrow, probably around the same time, which is 10 p.m., not 10 p.m., 10 a.m. Eastern. And I believe the Wolf Trekker League started, the country street thing. I don't even remember what it's called. Country Spotlight, maybe? But that is once a week, so we're going to be doing that probably for Fridays, maybe on stream on Thursdays, but we'll see how it goes and where we get. But we didn't find any real good information, and it does end up being New Zealand, which I didn't guess because it had white divider lines. We really didn't find shit. Granted, we're really kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere here. It looks like if we would have gone south, we would have found a town, and we went north, and we went away from it. So that definitely did not help us, but I think Beerling is going to walk away with this one now. Right-hand side, water to our south. .fo. Hey guys, I know where these are. Especially after, it wasn't even that long ago. What countries start with the letter F? France. That's it. That's fucking it. We do have Torshavarna. So the Torshavan, which is actually where we are. We're at the music school, it looks like. The School of Music. So we should be near the coast. I don't know if this is going to be labeled as a school. So you'd have like this icon. Or if it's going to be like a building. If we return to start, we're over by Eek. And what does this say? It doesn't really say anything. I think it's a construction company, though. So it shouldn't be too important. We are going to be east of the lighthouse. Which I feel like the lighthouse is going to be over here. I feel like this is the lighthouse. Which should put us right here. That could be a hotel. You think this is a hotel? How does the road work? The road... No, this is where we are. We're right here right now. I'm pretty confident. And we are probably right here. Can we see this street sign right here? Is there a street sign right here? Not on here, not on here. The Vivi? Yeah. So we're on the right road right here. But I don't have a crossroad. That sucks. But I'm pretty sure it's like right here. Maybe a little bit closer. And we do end up getting a perfect score. Same as Beerlingo though, so that doesn't help me make up for that 4,500 point loss. God, man. Feels Mediterranean. We do have water to our east and kind of to our south. Mainly to our east. We do have mountains to our east as well. Palm trees, so it's got to be somewhat tropical. Can't get anything off the car. The sun does appear to be our south, so we are on the north. Greece, Albania? Greece. Alright. Definitely Greece. So somewhere over here. Now, water is to our east, although it does kind of feel like a river-ish. I could see it maybe being Patras with the Gulf. I don't think it's Corinth. I don't think it's by Athens. It could be by Sparta, which I think is the thing we plan to do, but that feels way too big. It feels like it's thin, it's narrow. It can't be... I don't think it could be this thick. What if we're more over here in Paralia? Paralia might be the play, because then this is kind of thin, which would fit this. This is probably, if I had to guess, if I had to throw out an assumption, a mile or two, maybe 2 miles at most. Although those houses do seem kind of small, so maybe it's not as small as I think it is. Because that seems pretty small there. What if it is this? Now, we're probably not going to find any Latin translations unless this is a very big, popular touristy. It could be touristy. Although we can't really make out too much on this. We have Eltki Felonia. Is Felonia the name of an island? I don't think so, but I don't know the names of the islands. I know Catalonia. I think that's the name of an island. Capalonia? Something like that. God, man. You know what? What if it's the Trap Peninsula? What if we're looking at a different peninsula? That could be a play. There was the Greek flag. We now get Gen 4 coverage. Look how overexposed it was. Still kind of is. Is that a map? That is a map. That is a map of a region. Let's zoom out. And compare and contrast. Ugh, not so great. Not so great. I feel like over here is still decent. That says Porto, though. I don't recognize that shape. I don't think it's going to be an island mass. It could be this. Although, that's really tough. That's really tough. Because you have to add this over here. Which, maybe over here? I honestly have no idea. Let's go down here, I guess. Over by Sparta. Sparta's always the play. And it ends up being Kefalonia, which that's the shape of the island. Are you fucking kidding me? And I said I even know I said Capalonia, but Kefalonia. Fuck, man. Right on the coast of Logos. God, I was looking I thought that shape was going to be a bigger landmass. Like a way bigger landmass. God, fuck, man. Very green, no trees, Iceland. Maybe the Faroe Islands again, although I'm leaning more towards Iceland. We did have a yellow license plate, another yellow license plate. We don't have the roof rack. So let's drop it right there. The water's to our south, looks like a river. The main body of water seems to be to our east, which it looks like it opens up over there. So we would be on the eastern coast, perhaps. Although there is a lot of little bullshit everywhere where you could have water to the east. The lake, river, pond, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really extend too far. We don't really have any signs. I don't know if 17's important, or if that's even what that's supposed to be. It looks like a 17 to me. God damn it. I know we just passed a sign, but it was small. So it's not going to tell us the town name. Seaside landing to Midlia. So that is not Iceland. Is this going to be Ireland? It's either Ireland or the UK. I don't think it's I know it's not Dublin. North Isles Ferry. Scotland. Mossbank. Welcome to Firth and Mossbank. I've never heard of either of those places. Does that mean they don't exist? No, but we're over by the ferry. I hope these are called the North Islands, unless these are. Is there Firth and a Mossbank in here? Maybe. But that's called Scrabster. What if it's over here? Or any of these bullshit fucking islands? Really? The fact that it's in English scares me. What if it ends up being these fucking bullshit? St. Peter's Port, that's not Firth or Mossbank. And then that port is on the south, not on the north. I don't know. Isle of Man, maybe? Douglas. I don't see any of these, man. Nowhere. I think it has to be Scotland. I think it does. But A968 is not going to help us. We have names, but we can't find them. I wanted to say originally this was Iceland. It could be North Ireland, I guess. And it does end up being... I would look at these bullshit islands. I didn't look at these bullshit islands. Here's Mossbank and Tuft. We would have never found it. Unless we, like, really went in there. I still don't see Firth anywhere. Here's Firth. Yeah. Okay. We would have found those fucking bullshit. But they kind of like the Faroe Islands, so... Not bad. Not great. And then we have Trekker View. Water to our east. This looks pretty Mediterranean. Sun is to our north. Which puts us in the southern hemisphere. Which completely gets rid of Mediterranean feel. We have the Table Mountain National Park of South Africa. Slenkop. I have no idea where that is. But the water is to our east. So we need to find a national park called Table Mountain. Is this Table Mountain? That might be the hardest part, is finding Table Mountain. Especially with all these little green things. Right? Coburg, Blauberg, Table Mountain Park. Okay. If we return to start, I did see a lighthouse. That's to our south. Is the lighthouse gonna be marked? Because here's the park. We could be over here. Lookout Point might be the name. It might be. That's scary. Cape Town, wreck of the BOS. I think this is all tabletop. It looks like it is. God. So if this is hypothetically the lighthouse, we're directly north of the lighthouse. I feel like it should say lighthouse though, or something along those lines. What would... I don't know what it would say. Because like, the Montauk Lighthouse is called the Montauk Lighthouse. You know? And when you go to Montauk, on the map, you could find the label of Montauk Lighthouse. The fact that we are on a path, feels like a road. I feel like we're going to be on the dirt itself and not on the road. But I don't see any path markings. I feel like Lookout Point, I feel like the lighthouse has to be here. For some reason. I feel like that's where the lighthouse is. If we go south, maybe we can see the landscape. No, it's not on a tiny little alcove. Does it have a name, though? Ah, maybe it is on a tiny little alcove. We have to kind of wrap around this way. So maybe we are closer to Lookout Point. Especially with a rock like this. I can't even get over to here in time. God damn it, I hate tracker views, man. I really do. Like, they could be so much better and they're not. It ends up being a lot further south than I think either of us wanted to guess. 10 miles further south. So that's called the Slankop Lighthouse, which we saw Slankop. However, that means this is part of whatever the forest was. Nature reserve. Table Mountain. You're telling me, it connects. But it doesn't, it's open over here. This is the Table Mountain Reserve as well? You telling me this is also the Table Mountain Reserve? I don't fucking believe you. But it makes sense that the lighthouse is on an edge. That's where lighthouses usually go. We did get 7 extra points, but New Zealand screwed us. New Zealand screwed us because we looked for yellow and not the white divider lines. So let's check out the high score. So Biolingo is coming in first place. We dropped pretty far down. At 24-7, Bentley Aaron in second at 23-8. Taurus in third at 22-7, almost 22-8. Scribblos in fourth at 22-6. Martin at 20,900. Cedric Tiger at 20,800. Carl's in 7th at 20,300. Swiss Guesser in 8th at 19.3. We got 19.2. And Bo in 10th at 17.7. Definitely a little tougher than I think I wanted it to be. Granted, we struggle when it comes to coastlines. Look at fucking New Zealand. We struggle when it comes to coastlines. We had the shape of the island in Greece. Didn't get it. We knew it was going to be South Africa. We found the right park, and it just ends up being 10 fucking miles south. Because the park was like, ha ha ha, fuck you. But, I don't know, man. I feel like we struggle to find clues and tips and tricks. We went the wrong way in one of those locations, you know? So it does come down to, I guess, a little bit of luck. But Beerlingo, GG's. Enjoy that victory. Now, we do have another video coming out in about 2 hours, if you're watching this when it was released, at 5 p.m. Eastern. We do have the May League tomorrow at 10 a.m., but that is going to be where we call it. So there are going to be some links for Monday's video in today's. We did just do another tutorial for the Geoguessr Pro community, which you can find in the Discord in the description, where we did Japan phone numbers. So if you guys want to learn Japanese phone numbers, I did a tutorial on that, and trust me, I learned a lot. I'm going to start working on the Turkish one, where we're going to be doing a Turkish phone number guide, which I don't know if that's going to be incredibly helpful, but hopefully it is. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.